We got Polo Frost in the building, goddammit.
Yes, sir.
What's happening?
What's up, man?
Chilling.
You the man. Shit.
I'm the man.
Kid L is the man. Kid L is the man in the city.
I'm trying to figure
Everybody
out
want to do the Kid L show.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out why. What do you think it is, man?
I'm going to tell you what it is. For one, I got hip to you out of nowhere. I seen Primo post, you know. Primo, that's my boy. Primo Beats. Shout out to Primo. And then I seen you with like Sada Baby and shit, whatever. I see that's what a lot of people praise you on. But when you were doing your music reviews, you was just so raw and real. And you don't get that. Everybody's so fake. Like, everybody fake. People don't be scared to hurt people's feelings and tell the truth. You're not. And so people fuck with you for that reason alone. Yeah. And then shit, your brand just kept building.
I appreciate that, man. No, I appreciate
man,
that.
All love.
And one thing I will say about that too, when I was doing music reviews heavy, I was still in the city. I was still in Detroit, working in Detroit. And I'm not liking how people are doing music reviews now, and they don't even touch feet in the city or nothing like that. It's like, bro, you're not a part of this, but you want to like make money off this, or you want to get fame off this, but you're not really here to do that.
Right.
So I felt like that was one thing that separated me too. Is like, no, bro, I'm still shooting music videos in the trap houses. I'm still showing up to
and not scared.
Yeah, and not scared
because the shit you just said to people. Some people wanted to pull up on you a couple times.
Yeah, I should have been scared. That's my problem. You might have to bring that mic a little bit more this way, because when you turn it towards me. Let's talk about you though. Obviously, man. I did recognize you too. Obviously, working with Primo Beats. I fuck with Primo heavy, but you did do a song with my boy Sada, man.
Oh yeah.
Talk about the collaboration.
Oh yeah, me and Sada did a song called Dogg that. We didn't get in the studio. I know Sada from forever ago, so what's a crazy story is he actually brought me up in an interview he did. I had posted it a long time ago. I met Sada at an importer from Detroit. And DJ BJ, that was like, Sada Baby kind of like went through the roof after imported from the D. And it was like he got first place, I got second place. It was me and him. But I'm from Ypsilanti. You know what I'm saying? He had the whole east side out there. He was out there thick. I had probably about 40 people from Ypsilanti down at St. Andrew at the shelter. And he beat me. He edged me. And you know, he's went up since then. So, shout out to him. I always respected him. You know, he's a dope artist. He's getting everything he deserved. And you know, when I got a little paper, I went ahead and tossed him what he asked for. We did the song, and that was that.
Yeah. Talk about the reciprocation from the audience. Obviously, you have your own fan base that's probably been waiting for a feature like this, probably waiting for a collaboration like this.
For sure.
What was the outcome for you personally?
It was pretty dope. It was when I dropped it, it was streamed crazy, and then like, you know, I do like strip club music and shit like that. That's my thing. So. You know, the strip clubs, they play it. I'm always getting videos, DJs tagging me. I walk in the strip club, that's probably the first song they play.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man. You know, when you work with somebody like that, you know, it's like only a few people that get to pop off of doing like Pac-Man, obviously, right?
Right.
Like, it's not just because you worked with that person that you blow up. Because how many features has Sada done? Thousands, probably, right? Which ones to pop off are the ones that are the guys who are actually talented. So people recognize those songs and stuff like that. Let's rewind a little bit, man. The start of the music career, obviously. What's day one? What's the moment that's like, yo, I am making music now?
What's crazy is, I'm about to give y'all the raw uncut. I actually used to, so when I was 20, I had got a job as a bank teller. For everybody listening, to be a bank teller, all you got to do is have cash handling experience. If you worked at McDonald's and did the register, you can be a bank teller. Yeah. Like, literally, that's how I got the job, just having cash handling experience. I had the job, whatever, but I was still in the streets doing bullshit. And I ended up catching a case. Of course, once I caught that case, it was like, okay, I got felonies now. Of course, I lost my job, all that bullshit. Went to jail for a little while. It was crazy when I was working at the bank. Everybody from the hood used to be like, how the fuck did you do that? Like, how did you get in the fucking bank? And yeah, man, I got out of jail and I was like, man, I got to figure some shit out. Like, I'm not about to go be in nobody's factory for the rest of my life.
Well, how did you get to the bank job though? Like, how did you get it? Was there like some
literally
secret to
I had cash handling experience. I went to Job Corps in Flint or whatever and got me like a little trade in computers. So that was like my education thing. Yeah. I didn't ever even graduate high school. I got GED and shit. And shit, man, I had cash handling experience. I went to the interview. I know how to talk to people. I'm a people's person. So I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. I was working there 6 months, and then I became a personal banker. So I had a desk. I was doing loans and all of that shit after 6 months because I was part time and I was topping the state in sales.
Oh, sweet.
At a part time position. I just know how to talk to people. Always have. Never been stupid. So yeah, man, I had got the personal banker job, but I ended up catching the case, still in the streets doing bullshit I had no business doing.
When you're doing a banking transaction or something like that, did you stand there and go like, man, I know I'm bullshit right now doing this, or were you actually like serious about it? Like,
No, I was serious.
You were serious. Okay.
I mean, as a teller, it was just like, it was unbelievable. When I got that personal banker job and I started wearing a suit and tie to work every day, I was like, damn. I was only like 20 years old at the time. I wasn't even old enough to drink.
Yeah.
So like, I'm going there with a suited and booted every day. But I worked for like Comerica Bank, and it's all old people that got Comerica Bank. So like, when I got that desk position, the people weren't really taking me serious like that, because it was like, you know, no offense, old white people coming there. I ain't want no young black dude doing no shit for them. But I still got it. Like, I still got my sales and all that stuff. But I caught that case, and, you know, I did a little bit of jail time, ended up getting off on probation. It was my first real case, my first offense. And so I did like 5 years probation, and I had just had a baby girl. My daughter was just born at the time, and shit, man, I fucking...
Did you have the kid before you were locked up, or during? Okay.
But she was only a few months old when I got arrested.
Okay, so she's a few months old, and then you ended up going to jail. So was it jail or prison?
I only went to jail.
Oh,
I was in Oakland County. I did like, it went like 40, 50 days. They ended up letting me out. First offense, I had to take a plea deal, whatever. I was caught red-handed, whatever, all the shit I did.
Going through that experience, obviously, though, like, you've never been to jail before, and...
not for real, yeah.
Okay, so talk about a little bit about that process for you. Obviously, it's like a big moment, maybe traumatic, or what was
No,
the
I'm
experience
gonna tell you, like, what be fucked up is different people telling you different things. You got the OGs, they like, oh, you good, man. It's your first time. It's a white collar crime. You were just scamming. Blase split. You good. They're gonna slap you on the wrist. Then you got other people like, oh, you got away with how much money? Oh, they about to fuck you up. So it's like, it's a mental thing, and you just got to tune people out and just whatever. But like, you know, it is kind of scary when you got a newborn kid and you like, damn, I might not see you till you fucking 5 years old or something. Like, I might be sitting in this bitch for some years. Like, I didn't know what was going on because of the type of case I caught and how much money it was involved. So
can you talk about that at all? No, it's cool. We don't have to get into it.
I mean, basically, I scam a lot of money. I don't want to get into all of that, but
okay.
I ended up doing, like I said, did like 40-some days in Oakland County Jail, OCJ, and yeah, I got out. They gave me probation. I did 5 years probation, did that shit, walked that shit down, and whatever. When I got out of jail, though, I was like, man, I always loved music. And I was like, fuck it, I'll try this like 2013, 2014, something like that. And I made a song and it did like 5,000 views in a week, the video.
Damn.
And I was like, I'm from Ipsy. That's a lot for me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is not Detroit. I'm not at the time, Doughboy Cash Out, no Team Eastside. I wasn't none of that. I'm from Ipsy. So to get that type of reception from a small ass city like that, it meant a lot. I did like 5,000 views. So I'm like, damn, maybe this real. Maybe I really like can do this. And I kept going, and then shit, 2 years after I started, I went viral.
What's the process before going viral, though? Like with that 2-year bridge, is it just working on music and living life?
Yeah, and doing rap show. I did a shit ton of rap showcases and all that type of shit. Like, but it was crazy because before nobody would take me serious, because people who know me, I was always popular where I'm from. Like, I was a young dude, 1920 club, popping bottles, all that. I was always ahead of other people in my city, because my cousin's from Detroit and shit. So I used to always be in the city, hang with my cousins and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So no offense to my city, but Ipsy be a little slower on shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was always ahead. That's just like, I was listening to Doughboy Cash Out when We Run the Streets 1 came out. Other people got on Doughboy Cash Out when it was like Chances Versus Champions. You get what I'm saying? Like, my niggas in the city had been put me on. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was just always ahead of my time. I was popular, and when I started rapping, nobody really took me serious. They like, and then I had this one song called Me Too, and that's when Ipsy got behind me. Then I had a song called We Got Action, and it started playing on the radio. WRLD, DJ BJ was playing it on 107.5. Boom. That's when I ended up doing the Importer from the D with Sada. That was like 2015 or 2016. It was before I went viral. I know that. And yeah.
Talk about the viral moment. How did it lead up to that moment?
So shout out to my producer, Florida God. He in Atlanta. He worked with all the big artists. I was at his house. We was recording. We was doing music, whatever. He made it. I told him, I'm like, man, let's make like a happy ice cream truck beat. This before your little yachties and all this shit. I'm like, man, we need like an ice cream truck, a happy ass beat. And I had a melody in my head. Dun, 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 and I told him it's goofy as fuck. And I cut the song. I hated the first verse. The original first verse I hated. I called him and said, we got to scrap that first verse. Cool. Went back 2 days later, took Ayo and Teo with me to the studio. They hopped on the song, did some ad-libs and shit. I did a whole different first verse, and that's the part everybody danced to on TikTok and all that shit.
Yeah.
So I didn't even, the viral part, I didn't even have at first. I had a whole different first verse. And yeah, man, and that's how that shit happened. The moment was great when I had put it out. This was way before TikTok.
Yeah.
This is when like people was on like Triller and shit like that. Super heavy. And I just know I put it on YouTube in like 2 days, it's like 15,000 views. Then it's like 25,000. Then it's like 40,000. I'm like, excuse me. Holy shit. I'm like, holy shit, like this shit blowing up. Yeah. And Ayo and Teo had not even posted it yet. They haven't danced to it. They posted the cover art, but they hadn't danced to it or nothing. And sure enough, man, that shit blew.
Once they post it, obviously it's gonna quadruple, fucking flip over.
And this is when they were like, this was before they had the Rolex song. Nobody even knew them to do music. They were just like viral dancers, but they didn't even have no millions of followers yet or nothing. They were, when I know when I met Ayo and Teo, I think Alio probably had like 20K. Mateo probably had like 35, 40K followers.
Like now that you're like this viral sensation at that time, how did you strategize that to keep building the fan base? Honestly,
back then, I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I didn't have no supporting music, nothing. And I just literally just kept posting videos and stuff like that. And all these kids around the world was just like, it's crazy how vulgar the song is and kids.
Yeah.
But like they slandered me on World Star. Slandered me like this pedophile. Like, bro, I can't control who the fuck listen to this shit. But yeah, all these kids was DMing me like, and then I started seeing all these fake pages on Instagram and all the comments. And honestly, I don't know. I can't even tell you. It's like my daughter FaceTimed me yesterday while she was on the school bus still, and the whole school bus was like, oh my God. They was going crazy. I'm like, my daughter don't live in Michigan, so.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, she FaceTimed me. All the kids was going crazy. Like a lot of my fans are kids, which is not a bad thing, but.
I mean, it's most of the industries like that. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
So, you know, it's whatever. Like I couldn't tell you how like the fan base came about or nothing. I really don't know.
So you just keep putting out music after this point of going viral and doing collaborations and these features and whatnot. And what's happening right now? Do you feel like you're getting the reciprocation you deserve? Do you feel like Detroit is?
Absolutely not. But I'll probably never feel like that.
Okay.
Like Detroit is cool. I get a lot of bookings. People fuck with me. I think people expected me to be a TikTok guy, like Coi Leray. You know, like most of her music is all TikTok shit.
Yeah.
I think people expected that out of me, but the song was a joke. Actually, when I finished it, I was not gonna put it out. I told my producer, I'm like, bro, I'm not putting that shit out. That shit's silly as fuck. Like, it was cool or whatever. He was like, bro, I'm telling you, it's gonna go. Just put it out. I'm like, this might stain me.
Yeah.
It's gonna put a label on me. But I was like, fuck it. At the time, I was homeless.
Damn.
I was broke. I didn't have no car.
Damn.
I was fucked up. And I put it out and it changed my whole life.
Yeah, man. Talk about that, obviously, man. You're at the downest of your down.
Yeah.
Why was this just getting out of jail and you just couldn't figure out how to get
Well, I had been out of jail for a minute at this point, but when I got out of jail, you know, I had a crib and all that shit when I went to jail. When I got out, I ended up going broke. Shit, I spent all my money, and then I was so stuck on being a rapper, I'm like, I'm gonna just be a rapper. Like, I didn't want to work for nobody or no shit like that. So I ended up losing my crib. I moved back with my mom for a minute. Then I woke up one day and I was like, man, I'm grown as fuck. I'm about to get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm not about to stay with my mama. And I don't even know where I went after that. That's crazy. I can't even remember where I went.
You were just crashing and shit?
Yeah, and hoes and shit. You know, using my dick to get a bed for the night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. But yeah, I ended up going viral, and that shit changed. I was flying to LA, New York, all this shit. And then I had a management team. I had stayed with my manager for a minute. And then eventually I finally got back on my feet.
Yeah. Do you look back at that like you wanted it to happen that way? Are you okay with the way that it happened? Because obviously you said you don't want to be labeled as like a TikToker or like anything like that of the sort, but it boosted you, gave you a platform, right?
I feel like this, right? People might hear my name, and when they Google me, that's the song that's going to come up first, no matter what. That's the song that's going to come up. To the adult ear, you're not listening to that shit. I'm not listening to that shit. I don't even really like the song, but it did what it did for me, right? So I have to perform it no matter what. I could be at the grittiest club on the east side of Detroit, bar, with all the gangsters in the world, and guess what? I have to do that song. That's my biggest song.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's the song that changed my life. And I think when people Google me or whatever, they look me up, and that's the first song they see, it might turn them away. Instead of going to check out the other shit.
Right.
Which is whatever. Like, because I probably do the same thing to people.
Look at like Afro Man, like he came out with Colt 45, right?
Exactly.
He's always going to be known for that, but then he had, because I got high or whatever. And but you know, not to compare him to you, obviously, but like you're always just going to remember him for that.
Exactly.
It's going to be harder for him to create a song that's like on the level of like Lil Wayne or something. Like we would never take him seriously if he tried to make a Lil Wayne type track.
Right.
So, but do you feel like you're in that position? Do you feel like you can?
I feel like yes, but I also feel like a lot of people know me in real life. And they know like he really like a real dude. Like he not really that goofy ass dude that look like make them silly ass songs like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but yeah, man, for the most part, I just feel like I've been trying to crawl out of that TikTok fucking like image. Yeah. Cause I really make different music and good music. And,
no, you do. You definitely do.
And I think a lot of people don't give me the chance I deserve based on what they see when they first Google my name.
Let's rewind to Ypsilanti, because obviously, like you know, Primo's. That's how I met Primo. I drove out like an hour just to meet his stupid ugly ass. But I had to meet Primo. This was before,
very ugly, by the way.
This was like when he was just working with like I don't even know what the fuck was going on in that place. That studio that they had up there, like that red room. Yeah, like I don't know how busy it
was
really
in the red room.
Yeah, the red room, and like I don't know who was really pulling up there or whatever the fuck, but. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I feel like Ipsy just needed like a place to go, and that's like, all right, this is the place to go.
Yeah, actually, the dude on that studio, I went to high school with him, Dave Blue. It's Sweet 328 Studios. That's where I do a lot of my recording. So
you still record there right now?
Yeah, I still go out there just because I'm a loyal person. And I go to other little studios too, but for the most part, I go there.
Well, how busy was it? Like, what was it like? What was a day in the life and like going to that studio?
Depends. So that's actually the second or third location that you went to that he's had. He's moved a couple times, but he's been there for a very long time. The traffic is whatever. It's not like, you know, it's a couple like homies that just pull up and come kick it, but like for the most part, if you ain't got no session, you ain't got no business up there, I mean, it's cool. I don't know. I kind of just go in my session and close the door and lock it in.
For sure. Yeah, because I was just wondering, I went out to Ipsy, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I just looked around, like, what is going on here? But talk about growing up in Ipsy. Like, what's like the lifestyle? We hear about it, like, dude, not only motherfuckers really know what's going on out there.
Yeah, so actually, I grew up right next to like where that studio is. It's a neighborhood called West Willow. It's hood. I mean, it's a suburban hood. It ain't like, how can I explain it? All right, so let me tell you something, right? My baby mama was staying in the city like off Plymouth. And I realized like, I ain't gonna say what exact street, but off Plymouth, I realized like the dope dealer on the street took care of the whole street. So like all the women grass was cut. The old ladies, they'd go cut the grass. If somebody was short on their DTE bill, they paying it. The dope dealers in Detroit know how to keep the street happy. So if them police come knocking on people's doors, ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Because the dope man taking care of everybody on the block. That's the only difference I would say between Ipsy and Detroit. Niggas in Ipsy ain't really doing shit like that. Like the niggas who got the bag and got money like that, they not taking care of their whole block like that. Yeah. But other than that, it's the same old shit, street shit, fights, shootings, whatever. It's just a smaller city and everybody know each other. Everybody went to school. If you ain't go to school with them, because it's like 2 or 3 high schools in Ipsy or whatever, if you ain't go to school with them, you still know them because cities are small. The house parties, everybody know each other. Like literally.
What was your childhood kind of like experiencing that area?
I mean, it was cool for me. I got a big ass family. My grandma had 11 kids, so I got a bunch of cousins and shit. And I got cousins that was like big ass hoop stars. I got cousins that's big in the street. I got all type of family. Niggas who don't like me, they just talk like on the internet and shit. Like they see me out and they just keep it pushing. Plus, I'm not no little dude. Like,
yeah,
I'm not no. You know, you see me right now. I'm fat, kind of tall a little bit. You got to come correct.
Yeah.
So people always, nobody really tried me like that. I ain't saying I'm tough or not the toughest nigga, but I'm a whole mind. But you know, Ipsy, it's whatever. Like
what NBA star family members do you have?
So I got a cousin named Rob Griffin. He played for the Pistons for a hot second. Okay. And then my other cousins, they were just like local, big high school players. Went to college. Might have fucked up when they got to college, but you know, I got a cousin who was real good. I ain't gonna say his name on it. He was super good, but he just couldn't put that cup down.
Damn.
Yeah, man. Love him to death, though.
It can happen like that, man. That little.
Yeah, but my cousin Rob Griffin, he played for the Pistons. He had a big name overseas too, because he went overseas before he did the NBA.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so shout out to him.
Man, what's kind of like the projection for you right now? What's the strategy? Obviously, you're saying you don't feel like you're getting the reciprocation you totally deserve from Detroit, even though you have put in a crazy amount of work and you've proven you can get views and people are streaming you and people are you built a fan base. What's kind of like the roadmap right now to get that respect? Not get the respect, but get the reciprocation. Like, yo, I'm here. Like, this is happening.
Honestly, the only thing I could think is to keep working and keep putting out content. And keep praying, like keep God first, because other than that, like I don't know what else to do, because like I know the music there. I don't make your typical Detroit music, Flint style Detroit shit. That's not me. I could, but that's not me. I make more industry sound, bigger songs, bigger records. So all I can really do is just keep working, keep putting the music out. I learned from going viral, anything can happen. Yeah. So as long as I'm putting out the records, whatever, I'm not going to sit up and cry and be like, hey, man, ain't nobody fucking with me like they should. Making Instagram posts and being all jealous like people be doing. Like, these rappers are fucking crybabies. Like, y'all are fucking crybabies, dog. Like, these niggas really sit up and cry on the internet when they're not getting the love they deserve. It's like, bro, just keep working. Nobody feel like they getting the love they deserve except for your big names like probably Sada and Icewear and all of them. Like, anybody else who's still on the up and coming, they're gonna feel like they're not getting enough love. Just keep working. Stop fucking crying about that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't it crazy though how like even major artists cry about not getting fan bases supporting them when it's like, bro, you're already big. You already made it, bro. What are you talking about?
This is the thing. They be in fucking deals where the money's not reciprocating. Yeah.
The scene right now in Detroit, what do you appreciate about it and what are some things you wish were different?
I appreciate the Shyness getting now. Like, I really wish it been like this, because I feel like, don't get me wrong, Payroll doing this thing, but Doughboy Cash Out as a whole, like, the way they took over the city, I just feel like they should all be, like, up there right now. That's my personal opinion. Mm-hmm. But I love the Shyness getting now. You know, shout out to everybody doing their thing, how the Baby Money dude just signed to QC and all of that shit like that. Like, it's getting the recognition it deserves. The world is catching on to the sound and they loving it. Yeah. What I don't really care for is how people forget how we weren't getting that love here and how they act, and you not the people who up not really reaching down and pulling the next person up. I will say this though, Sada got Skilla Baby. You get what I'm saying? He doing this thing with Skilla Baby. I don't see too many bigger Detroit artists pulling their mans up. Like, they might do songs with their mans and shit like that, but you're not really putting them in a position like that. And I think Detroit is forgetting, like, we didn't have that love, so we got to love each other. It's like Atlanta. Atlanta, they all pull each other up.
I kind of agree, but I kind of see a different side to it, because I feel like everybody does try, and, like, that person they tried to pull up just doesn't end up working. It doesn't work it out. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, who can you really, like, T try... I mean, I don't know if I can say about talk about this, but T Grizzly did try to bring Sada. Sada did.
But you got to think that wasn't his man's like.
Oh, you mean man's like
exactly. That wasn't his man's like that. But I see what he looked at Sada as a business move though. If Sada wasn't Sada at the time, T wouldn't have did what T wouldn't have took Sada on the way he did. Sada was already doing good and on his way up. And T seen it, and I'm not gonna say T didn't help and propel him further. He did, but at the same time, Sada was already going crazy in the city. It was only a matter of time. T just helped it move a little faster.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Fast tracked for sure. But at the same time, like we were saying, he was already on fire and everything like that.
Exactly.
But I see what you're saying. People you were coming up with, and then it's like, yo, you're supposed to be helping those people. Some people just shut that door, like, I don't really know you, bro, and then close it, even though you've been with that person.
Exactly.
The whole time.
Exactly. But it is people like, sure, like Babyface, right? He got artists like V's and stuff like that.
True.
They, you know what I'm saying? Like people are doing what they do, but I just feel like Atlanta, when they got the wave, that's why they've been running it for 20 years now. They've been running the music game for 20 years now because they keep pulling up the next person. Future ain't never got to make another song again. Excuse me. Yeah. Young Thug don't have to make another song again because they pulled up people. Granted, it's all business, but they pulled up people who's now making money that brings them money.
Why do you think that's happening? Why do you think they're not taking that strategy if it's so solid and working so much in Detroit? Why don't you think they're doing it if everybody else is?
I think it's just a lot of the artists are still trying to get themselves to a certain point that they feel like they're there, but they're not all the way there. So they're still working super hard on themselves at the moment. But then you got like your Big Sean's. I mean, who has Big Sean really put on?
That's a good point.
And we're talking Big Sean. Even Eminem brought D12 up, Bizarre and all of them. Like, they talk shit about M, but M brought D12 up, right or wrong.
Wait, who talks shit about Eminem?
All these, I see all these rappers in Detroit talking about
I'm
M.
not gonna lie,
we don't really listen to Eminem in Detroit. Eminem don't really reach out. He don't really do this and that. And when Eminem was prime Eminem, he brought D12 up with him.
True.
And that is the honest to God truth. Rather he fucked with anybody else after that or not, he did do that.
He did. And unfortunately, Bizarre, I respect Bizarre and everybody that was in that group, but like you could tell, like there was only so much they could do to bring themselves up after that. You know
exactly. They were put there, but it is what it is. And then it's hard being a rap group too, like a group, like as a solo artist, whatever. Like, but as a group, it's hard to stay relevant as a group because everybody got to stay on the same. Look at Migos, like they're a group, they're still relevant, but they branch off and do solo albums and all this shit and go do features here and go do features here by themselves.
Yeah.
But then, they'll come back and do a collect album as a group. So
what's been the hardest part about trying to bring your name out here? What's been the hardest part for you as an artist overall?
I think being from Ipsy, honestly. That's the number one thing. I think being from Ipsy is because regardless, like I got a lot of love for Detroit. Detroit fuck with me the long way. Like you said, I did some of the biggest shit in Detroit. But I think it still has that barrier where they like, oh, he not even from the city for real. He from Ipsy, he from out that way. And Detroit don't look at Ipsy like they might look at Highland Park or Inkster. You get what I'm saying? Like those are known, like Highland Park right there. Inkster is a known ass hood ass city. Ipsy, you don't really get the news about Ipsy in Detroit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like even though it ain't nothing but 30 minutes west, it's take a half hour to get to Detroit from Ipsy. I don't live in Ipsy no more, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I think the main thing is being from Ipsy, and I don't have that. I didn't go to school with these people over here and them people over there in Detroit. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's the main thing. Other than that, like getting on show, like getting booked and radio and all that, like I'm tapped in. Like I'm tapped in with some of the biggest people. So
far, the biggest thing for you is like just people saying, "Oh, he's from Ypsilanti, so therefore he's not verified," or whatever the fuck terminology you can use to say it. So that's been the biggest struggle, and is that like solely the biggest struggle so far?
My personal opinion, yes. But then again, the other struggle is a lot of people view me as the TikTok nigga, which is crazy because everybody, when I went viral, literally the whole fucking state of Michigan was trying to do challenges. They looked at me. If I'm lying, God strike me right now. It was like Juju on the Beat went viral. Cool. I put my shit out after that, went viral. Literally every rapper after that was doing challenges.
So you think you're one of the originators of it?
Oh, in Michigan? For sure, 100%. 100%. Juju on the Beat came out before me. After that, I believe it was me. Like, I don't remember no other challenges. And then challenges just start coming after that.
Yeah.
Like, I had the best ever challenge. That hashtag got fucking hundreds of thousands of posts to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hundreds of thousands, millions of posts to it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, it sucks that it's not like, yeah, man, that sucks that it's not like taking its turn into a different direction for you that you kind of wish it would have went as far as like,
right.
Like it should have made you way bigger, obviously.
Exactly.
Like,
but you know what the problem was too? The song was so fucking vulgar. And what I was talking about, to go with that happy ass beat, like that happy, and then it was just silly. And I was just like, I remember my manager at the time was like, I don't know about this. I was like, shit, I don't either.
It's like being typecasted in a movie or something. Like
Exactly.
that dude who did Napoleon Dynamite. Like, you're only going to remember him for fucking that scene or whatever the fuck.
True enough.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but obviously you branched out and all. Your name is recognized everywhere in Detroit. Like, it's not like you weren't able to. Some people might not even know that you even fucking made that song. So you're straight on that angle for sure. Now, you're obviously managing a lot of things, right? Because you work and you're managing music and then you have a daughter as well.
Yep.
Talk about how you're balancing everything out.
Catching naps when I can. Well, my daughter lives out of state.
Okay.
Her mom in the Air Force, but she lived with me for like a year and a half. She just moved back with her mom last year.
Okay.
So I was actually at her full time at a point, and her mom only been gone for like a couple years in the Air Force. So, but yeah, man, just napping when I can. I work every day. I got to be at work at 6 a.m. I don't know what time I get off.
Yeah.
And you know, I just like today I rushed through my shit because I drive trucks.
Yeah.
So I rushed through my shit to make sure, you know.
Man, that's fucking, dude, that's a busy fucking life for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking busy.
And I don't know about y'all, but like being on the road all day make you tired. Like driving all day long, that shit makes you sleepy as fuck. So,
Facts.
you know, when I get off, I got off at like 2 today, 2:30 or something like that today. I was able to skate out on just an 8-hour day.
Yeah,
And
man.
took me a little nap and then shit came out here. But that's all it is, man. Just knowing when you can squeeze your naps in, trying to, I don't know how I do it. A lot of people are just lazy in my eyes. Like, you lazy as fuck. And the worst thing you could do as a rapper if you ain't got no hustle is think you don't need no job. Because how the fuck are you going to support your career? Ain't nobody going to be like, hey, you dope as fuck. Let me put all my money into you and then blow you up. You have to be doing something for yourself before anybody do anything for you.
Facts. That's why these managers pop out the woodworks like, oh, we got the bag for you, but then that goes sour and it's like, okay, well, what do you do for yourself now? How do you manage your own lifestyle now?
And you can always tell when those artists lose their support.
Exactly. You can instantly. You've worked, I mean, you've performed with major artists, man. I mean, some seriously major artists like Juice WRLD, obviously. This is insane. Now, did you actually get to meet him?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you a crazy story. It's a cameraman that I was dealing with. Me and him had fell out, and not even over this. We fell out over something else. So he did my Juice WRLD show. Juice WRLD just performed. Of course, I'm standing on the stage, you know, out of respect. It's Juice WRLD. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I fucked with Juice WRLD. I ain't never been no fanboy for real, but I fucked with Juice WRLD. So he get done. We dap up, me and Juice WRLD, take a picture. The cameraman take the picture, shake Juice WRLD hand again. He walk off with the security. Run up to the cameraman. He like, my memory card full.
Damn.
Dog, if you want to talk about wanting to choke somebody,
Man.
I was pissed, but I was like, whatever. All right, I'll catch Juice WRLD again some other time, some other day. Whatever. It's whatever.
Okay.
And unfortunately, he passed. I didn't ever catch him again. But
So your guy wasn't smart enough to delete a picture or like grab his phone? Or
I don't know what the fuck happened. Like, he took the picture, and
He took it, but it just
when I walked up to him to see the picture, he said his memory card was full and the picture didn't take. And Juice WRLD was already gone.
Yeah, man. Because he's probably I had that happen to me. My favorite hockey player of all time was Pavel Datsyuk from the Red Wings. Okay. I was meeting him for the first time. He was doing a signing, and I told my brother, take my phone and take these pictures. He did everything but get the picture. I don't know how. I said, bro, just all you have to do. He's like, I don't know what happened. People freak out, and you see Juice WRLD's right in front of you. He might have freaked out, but damn, bro, that's why some people just.
And that was just iconic and just
Juice
like,
WRLD though, bro. Like,
you know, I still got like news articles and shit on the internet showing that, you know, I headlined with him that night. Well, I opened up for him, but I was the open act right before him.
For sure.
So I always tell myself I headline with him.
Facts. No, is that the same timing with Lil Baby or?
No, so the Lil Baby show, well, I did Lil Baby twice, I think. But at EMU, that was later. That was like a year or two later. Lil Baby was big at the time. He wasn't colossal like today, but
yeah,
I think I opened up for Lil Baby. Didn't Lil Baby do the big show this year?
I think so.
Okay, that's probably the second time I performed for Lil Baby at the big show. But I just know I was on the show with him twice.
Yeah, getting on those stages isn't easy, man. Obviously, you know, the booker has to see something or know that this is worth their time to have you in.
Or just have relationships.
Yeah, have the relationship.
Like, I'm going to be real as fuck with y'all. Relationships are everything in this game. And the way I got on the big show, there was a lot more artists that would have been more qualified than me. Numbers-wise, buzz-wise. But I got a certain relationship that helped me get on that show. Shout out to iHeartRadio. I ain't gonna say the name. I don't want to blow them up right now, but you know who you are if you're watching this interview. Big P.
I'm gonna have to write that down real quick. And
my guy. Yeah, and my manager. You know, my manager managed Trick Trick too.
Okay.
And he used to manage D12 when they were running around with him and all that. Shout out to Mikey and Barco. So he has a lot of dope ass relationships that helped me out with a lot of shit as well.
I think I saw in an interview that you ended up meeting Snoop Dogg and
oh yeah, we were smoking weed in the Legends and shit.
Yeah.
Downtown Legends, the strip club next to St. Andrews.
And obviously when people are on podcasts and we talk about meeting, you know, major stars, it's not just to highlight something you've done, but also to just remember that, like, being in situations where we grew up listening to Snoop Dogg and he was like an idol to in the music career, and like, you know, how profound his career has been, and you meet people like, you know, Juice WRLD, Lil Baby, Snoop Dogg. It's not just about the names. It's also about the fact that we aspired to get to their level at one point in life, where we've always been admiring their shit throughout our whole lives, and then now we're fucking standing next to them.
Yeah, man.
And you got to respect what they accomplished. You know what I'm saying? Talk about that though, meeting Snoop Dogg, and just was it a big moment for you?
Man, I mean, Snoop, you know what was big for me? So, CeeLo Green, he came to Detroit, and we all went to the strip club. We hanging, and this dude was just outside the strip club talking crazy. Like, talking crazy to my manager. Like, he was drunk as fuck, and he just talked. So, I got ready to beat the dude ass for my manager. Like, me and my cousin, like, ran up on the dude and da-da-da. Next thing you know, I'm getting picked up and like dragged into the club. I'm thinking it's security, you know, just dragging me in the club to stop the situation. And I get put down, and it was CeeLo. I'm like, damn, I done got dragged in the club by CeeLo. That's kind of crazy, right? Yeah. No, but I don't really be on like no fanboy shit for real. But sometimes it be like, damn, I'm sitting in front of CeeLo. I'm sitting with Snoop Dogg.
But then also the whole thing that happens with them too.
Yeah,
it's not just
it
like
was
a regular ass shit.
It's like some regular ass shit. Like, I could really tell people like, CeeLo stopped me from beating somebody's ass downtown Detroit.
Man, that's fucking hilarious, bro. Did you guys have a drink after that or anything like that?
Hell yeah, we partied all night at the club. Yeah, CeeLo, Flavor Flav is cool as fuck.
Yeah.
I met him a bunch of times. I always admire him for Flavor of Love because I'm a ladies' man myself. So for him to have that show with all them beautiful women, he looked the way he looked, you can't do nothing but salute Flav.
And the way he talks and the way he acts.
Yeah, like everything about him is ugly as fuck.
Exactly,
but
yeah.
Cool ass dude, real as fuck. And Jeezy, man, all type of people I done opened up for and met. And it just Future in Atlanta. I got a picture with him, met him. It's kind of surreal. It's like, but see, this is the thing. I meet a lot of people. I don't even take pictures with them or nothing. I just always tell myself, like, I'll catch them again on their level.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it don't even be like no cocky shit or no, oh, I ain't finna take no picture with this motherfucker. It's a motivation thing for me.
Yeah.
I could take a picture with you right now. I'm gonna wait till we at the Grammys or something, and you like, come on, let's take this picture together.
And I agree with that outlook because I remember a time I'm not gonna say the artist's name, but I remember one time I was at something that I was just there. I was just there, and everybody was asking this major artist in the room to take a picture with him. Everybody, and they're all lining up at the same exact wall, and everybody posted it the next day, and you could see like everybody was. It's not you met him and you guys were cool and clicking. It's like you were just there at the same time he was there. And I remember I didn't do it because I was thinking out just like how you were. I was like, I'm gonna see you when it counts. I don't want to see you when you were just here just taking pictures with people. I want to see it where we were doing something together, or there's a reason that we ended up taking this picture together.
Exactly.
Not just because I was there. So I respect that a lot. I respect that like majorly, especially because I know you've been around. You've probably been in situations where you should have took a picture, but you just 100%.
Didn't. And I don't do it for motivational purposes.
Yeah.
Only. Not to be on no cocky shit, not to be on no... Because some dudes just be hating. I ain't finna take no picture with him. I ain't dick sucking. Da-da-da-da. No, I don't do it for those reasons.
Yeah.
I do it for strictly motivational. I'll see you on your level.
Exactly. Like Jim Carrey wrote himself like a fucking $1 million check on a show before he became famous. He said, this is just motivation for me to get there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not going to stunt or fake this thing, but just motivate yourself in any way you can, which is awesome. Talk to these younger artists, man, that, you know, it really feels like every day there's a new rapper or somebody who claims they're a rapper, but they just had started or whatnot. Mm-hmm. You've already been through it. You've been at the professional scale of it. You've done everything. You've done everything, but you just haven't gotten the fan base that you want yet. But you've done everything that everybody else that's been a rapper has done. You know what I'm saying? Talk about these younger artists and what you could say to them to get them even to your level where you're at right now.
Don't give up. That's really the main thing. Don't give up. Stay consistent and great content. Go to a real studio. Get real mixing and mastering. Get real production. Stop relying on YouTube. Stop thinking people are gonna fuck with you just because they know you or they're cool with you, because they're not. You're gonna learn that people fuck with you when everybody else fucks with you. I went viral twice on one song. The first time I went viral, phone never stopped ringing. It got to a point after that where I was just doing all right and staying stagnant and dropping content that wasn't going viral or super huge, and people wouldn't fuck with me like that. Then last year, miraculously, the same song goes viral again. And here go my phone. So you just gotta realize people not gonna really fuck with you, and there's no hard feelings. It's just people not gonna really fuck with you till other people do. So you have to figure out how to reach the masses, reach the world. Don't just try to reach your community or the people you grew up, because like I said, they're not gonna fuck with you till everybody else does.
Yeah, man. Managing are you in a relationship right now?
With a female?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, talk about how. So you guys don't get to see each other too often, I'm assuming, because.
No, we see each other all the time.
Oh, okay. Because
so like we see each other all the time. She's actually an A&R for minor label in Detroit, Choo Chewy or whatever. Shout out to them.
Chewy, yeah.
Yeah, Choo Chewy, that's my boy. Shout out to them. But she like A&R for them and work with them. But you know, it was difficult dealing with her because she's in the music business.
That's what I'm saying.
I be seeing all the top Detroit rap niggas in her inbox. She showed me all that shit.
Yeah.
She be like, you know, she showed me all that shit. Good fucking luck, fellas.
Yeah.
But
that one, bro.
Good fucking luck. But no, it was kind of harder for me at first because I'm like, man, she in the music world. I don't want to be dealing with no rap group or nothing like that, but she a good ass girl. You know, I pretty much take her everywhere. She be coming to all my little shows and events and all that shit. And, you know, we got a personal relationship. We don't even, like, of course I run music by her because she going to tell me the real. You know what I'm saying? If ain't nobody going to tell me the real, she is. But, yeah, I send music to her. What you think about this? What you think about this idea? What you think about me doing this? You know, I always run stuff by her. She supports me fully. She loves me to death. You know what I'm saying? I love her too. She's a great girl. And shout out to her. Shout out to my baby.
For sure. Yeah, man, obviously couples being in the entertainment industry, you know, obviously you can get like, you know, skeptical like.
Yeah. For sure. Then you see all these, I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All people you listen to in your car, you see them just like, it's like, damn, is you disrespecting me, or you just don't give a fuck, or you just like, whatever. Like, at the end of the day, good fucking luck.
Right on, yeah. For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But I try not to let it bother me, because at the end of the day, I'm a dude, and I know. And if I don't fuck with you personally, like, I don't care if you're a rapper or not. If I don't fuck with you personally and I want your girl, I mean, it ain't gonna stop me
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? I might slide her inbox, whatever, but she definitely be telling me all that shit. And I know all you niggas that's in that motherfucker. So,
is there anything you wanted to touch on, man?
Man, we touch a lot. This is actually probably the best podcast I've done because
Thank you, bro.
You're really professional.
Thank you.
But yeah, we touched a lot. I think we hit most of the things. One thing I want to say is you can't label someone. Look at Yachty. Yachty came out ugly as hell, red hair, making goofy, silly music. Now he doing Michigan Boy Boat and the whole city fucking with him because he's fucking with the city and doing that rap style. And it's shit hard. I mean, he be talking some shit. Yachty didn't get labeled. At first he did, but once he started fucking with Detroit, it was like he figured out a way to like, all right, Detroit fuck with him though, but I feel like the rest of the world still look at him as like, man, that's Lil Yachty. You get what I'm saying? I think you can't label people. Music is music, entertainment is entertainment. And if I want to make a goofy ass song about having the best dick ever, I can do that. And still beat your ass after the show if that's what it's got to be.
Fact.
You get what I'm saying? So you can't label nobody. That's another thing too. Like I found myself like doing shows in the hood and shit, and I had to stop myself from doing that because it was bringing friction my way. But I'd be like, I don't want y'all to get shit twisted in here. I had that viral goofy song, but I will beat y'all ass, and we got our pistols in here. Yeah. So if that's what y'all want to do, that's what we're gonna do. Man. And I will Will Smith one of you niggas on my daughter. So you know you can't label people. It's just like Salento whipping Nene. You know he in prison for murder right now. Ooh. Kill somebody. He made Watch Me Whip, Watch Me Nene. Would you ever think he gonna kill somebody? No. He did.
Man, that's crazy.
He's gone.
Yeah.
So is he the whipping Nene nigga or is he a murderer now? You can't label people.
Exactly.
And I feel like people need to hear my other music, hear what I got going on. I mean, the accomplishment speaks for itself. I still do big shit. I'm always around. People see my face, they hear my name. I always somehow surface back up.
To be honest with you, bro, knowing your career, I didn't even know about that hit song until I had to do some research to even figure out that song existed. So, but the thing that's cool about it is, first time hearing your music, I didn't that's what made me a fan of your music. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what made me like Polo Frost as a G. Like this shit's sweet. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
So I'm not even thinking about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
man. I remember you did my music review. It was like, oh, you got a Jerry video, Jerry PhD video, Blase Splee. And you played. I'm like, all right, let me see, because I knew you was gonna keep it real. I'm like, let me see what Kid L talking about. No, I was like, when I sent you my video that one time when you was doing music reviews still, I'm like, shit, Kid L gonna keep it real. So when I sent it to you and you was like, you like, son's hard, son rock, video hard. I'm like, damn, he ain't slandering me at all. I think you said one thing. He was like, the only thing was something, but it wasn't nothing that big. Obviously, if I don't really remember what the bad thing was, the good outweighed it. But I was like, all right, cool. I know I'm doing something right music wise because you keep it so real. Like you can send anybody your music. You go sit down with anybody who do music reviews. They not gonna keep it all the way funky unless your shit just super terrible.
People tried to pay me. Like I remember this dude's like to me, yo, bro, I'll pay you $300 to review my song and say it's good. He's like, just say it's good, bro. And I was like, nah, I can't.
That's
do it.
crazy.
Yeah, because
guess what? Anybody else would have took that $300.
Nah, I was like, fuck it, no way.
And you gonna make it so far in this game with what you doing just because you stand on business and real shit, and you not gonna sell yourself out for $300 or shit like that. Anybody, I would have took that $300. You get what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest. Hey, bro, keep going.
Nah,
hey, Detroit, this is the guy right here.
Yeah. Listen, man, Polo Frost, bro. It's a lot of strength when I say your name because I have high respect for you, bro. I really look forward to seeing what you do and how you develop the rest of this and really getting the whole Detroit demographic to just really support you because you deserve this shit, obviously, man.
Appreciate
you put
it.
more into the game than anybody I know.
I just need a Kid L video. Like, I think it's time to shoot a video with Kid L now.
But I think this interview is going to be a big part. I think when we post this week, I think that's gonna be like, yo, we need to know who the fuck Polo Frost is. So I'm really glad that might be a reintroduction into Detroit, maybe a little bit, just a little bit. But
we here, and we here to stay.
For sure,
that's for sure.
We have Vantage Photo running these productions. We're at Parallel Sound Studio. We're out. Peace.